Business Daily, 14 banks defy CBK order to reduce cost of loans. I feel like we've been tracking this for, a month? Thereabout. It's been...
We've talked about it every week for the last month, I'm sure.
Every week. Every week, at least every week. Only 5 of Kenya's 38 banks had cut lending rates to match the reduction of the benchmark rate by the CBK at the end of February amid threats of daily fines. So between August 6th and February 5th, the CBK cut the benchmark rate for central bank rate 4 times by 2.25% points to 10.75% from a 22-year high of 13% that lasted about 7 months. And just 5 lenders, Citibank, Kenya, Absa Bank, Standard Chartered, Victoria Commercial Bank, and Stanbic, had cut their rates by at least 2.25 percentage points at the end of February.
So it'll be interesting to see whether the CBK has cracked the whip as promised by the governor. Right?
Yeah, that announced that it would not hesitate to impose daily fines. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be. It doesn't seem to be shaking them to do exactly what it is that they were asked to do.
I don't think the CBK has fined them because I think once the money starts leaving their pockets, I think things would change quite quickly.
Exactly.
So basically, what you're saying is that we have rogue banks, right?
Yeah. Or just like to Mariam's point, if I'm not seeing the fine, if you're saying I'm going to, I promise I will, okay, then fine me. Yeah, make it happen. Otherwise, I don't know if it's rogue banks or whether the CBK needs to bear more of its teeth. Maybe it's a combination of the two. We'll see.
Can you imagine a bank like Citibank dropping the interest rates by about 5.69%, and a bank like Kingdom Bank dropping by 0.14%? So you're a criminal. You're a criminal.
No, but that's a good thing.
You're a criminal.
Or you're comparing the size of the bank to the oak, of
Not
course.
the size of the bank. It's the fact that you have only dropped interest rates by 0.14%.
Yeah. As if it's going to make...
What?
Any difference.
If it's going to make any difference.
But it's standard, quick to increase, slow to decrease, not just with banks, but with anything. At the pump, increases go up.
Yeah.
Overnight.
Yeah.
When it's time for a reduction.
It's the tiniest one.
And it takes a while. It's like, we still have a stock that we bought at that previous, we still, yeah.
It's unfair. The other story there is public debt. Why Treasury retracted comment on China debt restructuring. Damage to Kenya's creditworthiness and difficulty in accessing international capital markets in the future informed Tuesday's move to immediately retract a statement indicating it had discussed debt restructuring with China's finance minister. The article goes on to say the Treasury amended a reference in a social media post released in the wake of a meeting between the two countries' top finance officials, deleting statements mentioning talks on a debt restructuring. This is the front page of the Daily Nation, just at the bottom
Business
there.
Daily.
Business Daily. Oh, Business Daily. Apologies. Samahani, Business Daily. There's a paragraph there that says, a debt restructuring can also create a picture of an economy in crisis, hurting investments that could trigger capital flight and financial instability.
True.
Yeah.
There's the fear of sending shockwaves and of course painting our creditworthiness in a negative light. I can get that, but would it be anything new to international lenders and to international markets? Are they not aware of our situation? Also, sometimes when you if you're in a bad situation, you just say, I need restructuring, I need this, I need that. This is me managing. Again, any of the parties that could potentially see them asking for us asking for a restructuring as a bad thing, I think they're already privy to our macro and microeconomics.
That's why I found it a bit odd.
They know where we're at, honestly.
It sends a wider message, probably, because when a country, and that's why they say that you really, really struggle not to default, because if you default or you talk about restructuring your debt, then you're basically coming out to admit, And so when you're going to borrow next time, even in the commercial market, one of the things that, of course, will happen is that, these guys are already discussing with the person that they owe right now, they're not able to pay. So why should I lend them today?
But to Mariam's point, they're privy, they're aware of this. So how much more of a difference does it make to say it out loud?
They're not aware that we're not able to pay because we have not been unable to pay. You see, we have not defaulted. So the awareness that they have is, you are having, you are strained, but you are still meeting your obligations. Now, to come out and openly default, or to come and say, I am seeking that you restructure this thing for me, is basically sending now that direct message.
But asking for a restructuring isn't the same as defaulting. If anything, it's prudent. It's saying, give me a little bit more time, give me better rates, give me this. Let's work together. I don't think it sends the same message as defaulting.
Well, in the broader sense, it does. In the broader sense, it does. It basically is saying the same thing. Okay. Like, if I do not agree to your request for restructuring, then
you'll default.
I am likely to default. You know?